a lot of people, including some of your supporters and admirers on the conservative side, have looked at this most recent court decision in Minnesota and said, that's it. They are not allowing the Coleman people to count the 1,500 extra ballots that need to be counted. They're limiting it to just 400. This is the end for the Coleman campaign. Franken's going to be the next senator. And you say?
They're wrong. This is simply a step in the process, Michael, and the process is one which is the ultimate outcome to ensure that legitimate votes are counted, and that you shouldn't be in a position where your vote wasn't counted because you lived in one county, but if you lived in a neighboring county, that same exact kind of absentee ballot would have been counted. It's basic due process, basic equal protection. I'm not saying, by the way, that this court was a partisan court. You had 3 trial court judges. They looked at the ballots in front of them. They made determinations about what they felt were legally cast ballots. But the reality is that this is an election in which ballots were counted on election night. It's an election in which a canvassing board also counted 933 absentee ballots. And what this court hasn't dealt with, what the Minnesota Supreme Court will have to deal with, is the issue of equal protection. That ballots have to be measured by the same standards. So it's a basic due process, basic equal protection. And for Minnesota, by the way, which is a state that always has prided itself in enfranchising voters, that's I think we want to ensure that folks that votes are counted. That's what this case is about. And I'm very confident, Michael, that we get to the Supreme Court in Minnesota, they deal with due process, equal protection. More votes will be counted, and we win this race.